Hello, all you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Birdie coming at you fast with another Paragon Beast Builds video. And it's a bit different because we're going to be looking at some different decks. Not really different decks. What the fuck am I saying? Different dicks? Dicks? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We got Grux and we got all of his skins, alright? Skins rhymes with dicks, right? I think that's where I was going with that. But we got all of his skins, including the Loot Crate skins. Make sure, if you still want these skins, you still have a little bit of time left before they go away. And before we move on with this video, where I'm going to be showcasing my 3 top favorite junglers and builds for those junglers of all time, okay? These are my top 3 favorites of all time. Throwback Thursday, am I right? I'm recording this on a Thursday. You guys are probably going to see this on a Friday or something, but I'm a Master Grux, right? I've been playing a lot of Rampage lately, and I'm a Master Sevarog. We're going to be going over these 3 decks. So if you guys are hyped, if this is what you guys wanted, drop a like. And also, don't forget, I forget to mention this, but I'm starting to mention this in the beginning of my videos. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And if you are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you actually get notifications when I get videos. Not just on your phones and stuff, but actually just in general in your sub boxes, because YouTube is a bit of a prick when it comes to that, and they don't want you guys seeing that I posted a video. So yeah, give me more money, please. I need the money. I'm starving. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't care. But hey, is it just me, or have I got a bit less news lately? That was not English. Let's go on to Prime Centurion. That is the prime card we're going to be using on Grux. Now, this is all up to you. You could use the other ones that deal damage. I don't care. I like building Grux hybridy as a bruiser sort of type of hero. So that's what we're going to be looking at with this deck. All of these decks are going to be jungle decks, by the way. So take note of that. We do have a healer token, strike token, health pot for our consumables. Use these at your own accord. But we're going to be starting off with the Reaper Siphon. This deck is actually going to be focusing on damage, attack speed, a tiny bit of crit chance, some crit bonus damage from Blade of Agora, and then these 2 items when it comes to armor, tempered plate, and Toon Barrier. So yeah, we're not actually going to have any lifesteal in this deck, which is a bit different from the other kind of crit bonus damage decks that I have. But we're going to start off with Reaper Siphon, and you're going to get 3 minor casts in there. This is going to give you plus 8 health back per jungle minion hit. You guys already know the drill. Then the next thing you usually want to go into is these 2 5-point Madstone Gems. Again, you want to be abusing Madstone Gems whenever you have a Fury type hero. The 4th item that I usually bring into the battle is Brawler's Ward with 3 minor casts. Now, if I do get 6 points somehow miraculously, then I will start off with a 6-point Brawler's Ward, because early game vision is very useful for my team and my safe lane specifically. If I put out some wards in the jungle, it'll protect them. So Brawler's Ward can honestly be going 2nd, but if you're just trying to do a lot of damage right away, you can put it in 4th. It's all up to you and your play style. But those are going to be your first 4 cards, just pure damage. Your next 2 cards are going to be your resistant items, so they're going to be your Tempered Plate, which is actually a 9-point Tempered Plate with the guards you see here, and Toon Barrier. You can do these in either order. It does not matter, depending on how much basic damage they're doing, how much ability damage they're doing. If they have 2 casters, for example, then of course go ability armor. If they have 2 fighters and a ranger, usually I go physical basic armor first. I just called it physical. Throwback to Legacy. Alright, the next things you're going to be building, you're going to be discarding some of your items most likely. You're probably going to get rid of one of your Madstone Gems at this point to kind of catch up. And you're going to be going over to Spear of the Rift Hunter. This is what I like to put in next. I like this Spear of the Rift Hunter right here. You can also put in Red Eye Nitro next. It doesn't matter. They will both give you crit chance, and that's the point. You want to have crit chance, and you want to have some damage. So we have our Spear of the Rift Hunter built now. Now we're going to get rid of the other Madstone Gem and go for Blade of Agora. This is actually a 12 point. I know how to do math. This is a 12-point Blade of Agora. So you're going to put this in, and your last card that you're going to build, you're going to get rid of your Reaper's Siphon, most likely, or you can get rid of it earlier. Again, it's all up to you. You're going to have Red Eye Nitro as your last card. So you're going to end up having your Brawler's Ward, your 2 resistance items, your Spear of the Rift Hunter, your Blade of Agora, and your Red Eye Nitro as your final 6 cards. I've been going pretty damn ham-ola with this deck. I love it. I'm doing a lot of damage, especially in my new great gold sexy fucking skin. Oh, I'm so fucking hyped about that. You guys could actually watch that video. It was during a live stream. It was titled plus 10 epic loot crates or whatever. You can see my reaction on stream. That was pretty lit. But let's go over to Rampage. Now, I know I've made an updated Rampage deck in the past, but I have made quite a bit of modifications to it, so I kind of want to go over it again for you guys. Now, I build a tanky Rampage. I know a lot of people like to build damagey Rampage, but I build him hybridy, going from a lot of damage early game to a lot of tank later game to help utilize his rock mainly. You know, if you're not landing your rocks as a Rampage, you're not really much of any help whatsoever anyway. So, yeah, make sure you're landing those rocks. Hunter's Drink and Healer Token. Hunter's Drink basically acts better than Health Potion for Order type heroes, not Order, what the fuck am I saying, Growth type heroes. I'm totally losing. I'm sorry, guys. I had a big-ass exam today. My brain is fried, so pardon me. I'm fucking up a lot. But basically, you get more out of this than a Health Potion past level 3, I believe. Or 5. It's one of those things. I might be wrong. I don't know. Again, I'm fucking high today. It's okay. We're going to start off with a Guardian Scythe because Rampage has his passive. I like to slot that first and then go with Guardian Scythe, which will deal plus 15 damage bonus to jungle minions. Let's start running through this a bit more quickly, boys. We have our Madstone Gem again with the damage. We have Sage's Ward again with the damage and the warding, which is really nice. And we have Venom Shell for some early game resistance, and I like building basic armor early game because it helps you focus on the ranger and just absolutely lock down the enemy ranger, because the rangers are usually going to be doing, you know, basic attack anyway, so you have basic armor against the rangers and you'll totally can be all up in their face, not worried about a thing. After this, I like to build into the Windcarver Blade and the Whirling Wand as my 2 9-point cards for damage and attack speed respectively. We're going to leave these 2 9-point cards in our deck when we're done with it, and then we're going to go ahead and start replacing everything and end up having Venom Shell with 3 beta guards in there, Snakevine Mesh with 3 beta barriers in there, and Elder Mage Amulet, actually. I know. It's crazy. We're actually doing health. But fuck it, YOLO, right? 2 greater healths and 1 major cast. I like the greater health because, you know, as Rampage, because of his ult, you can kind of get that health back and it'll be, you know, a bit more advantageous for you. You'll be able to have that health regeneration over a larger span of health rather than just having plain old armor. Because think about it, like, if you have a max of 1500 health versus a max of 2000 health and you're getting hit for like 200, 300 damage a second, you'll be able to last longer. You'll be able to last longer in a team fight, okay? Just do that basic math and you will be good, okay? So, anyway, in the end, you're going to have your Sage's Ward, you're going to have Elder Mage Amulet, Snakevine Mesh, Venom Shell with all 3 12-point cards. What is going on with my throat? And then you're going to have 2 9-point damage items here as well. Notice I actually have a damage here at the end. You could switch that out for a greater health if you feel like it's going to be more beneficial to you, but I want a bit more damage there. And for our emotionally insecure favorite guy, favorite dead floating mass of destruction of the hour, we got Sevarog. And again, another Centurion. I like to build my fighters a bit tanky, guys. I like to be a frontliner. That's what frontliners do. You want to make sure you have some sort of resistance as a frontliner and not focus too much on lifesteal like backliners do, unless you're Kwang, because it's built in, of course. But even still, I still build armor with him. So, again, we only have room for a Hunter's Token and a Strike Token. You guys are going to see an extra ward in my deck. That's because I like to use it in the first minute to go out, place the ward, and then recall. So I have a ward in the first 90 seconds of me jungling, so I know when people are trying to gank me. This is a very advanced high-level strat. You see a lot of people do this, but just know that's why you're seeing these. I just want to point that out. And I'll probably throw out a video explaining the whole thing and maybe some other tips that I learned along the way up in Diamond that might help you guys down in the lower elos kind of branch out and be a bit better. But anyway, We're going to start with Reaper Siphon. Again, Sevarog doesn't have any sustainability, just like Grux, and he has corruption, so Reaper Siphon is probably the best siphon for corruption. So we're going to go ahead and do that, give him crit chance, give him damage, and plus 8 health per minion hit. And then we're going to start slotting him with these growth cards. Obviously, when you're a growth hero, you want to be abusing the resistance plus the damage cards as well. So you have Brawler's Ward here again. I like Brawler's Ward because it gives him a bit more mana, so he can use his ability more, spam them more to get more soul stacks. And then you have Snakevine Mesh with 3 minor casts and Spike Boneplate with 3 minor casts. And those are going to be your first 4 early game items. If you guys haven't figured out my pattern by now, I usually have 4 items that all have 1 point upgrades in them, and then I start moving into my 2 9-point upgrades, which are actually 2 Elder Mage amulets back to back, lesser health, and major cast. This is actually going to give me 300 health per Elder Mage amulet, which is really, really good, especially mid-game, especially on top of Sevarog's stacks, and the armor that I built with these early cards, just a little bit, you know, just the passive armor, but it's still very useful, and it'll definitely help you get going for sure. And then as you start moving on into the later game, you can start replacing these, damagey. I mean, if you want to do some more damage, you can start with the Whirling Wand, which is going to give you a good amount of attack speed as well. When you fully upgrade it, it's going to give you 3 major casts. And then you're going to start replacing your damagey items right here for the defensive items right here. But notice, you're not using replicas. You're not using a Snakevine Mesh and Spike Boneplate. You're actually using a Thorn Greenweave and Venom Shell. And that's due to the full upgrade bonus, as you guys are seeing right here. Spike Boneplate has a 14 basic armor upgrade bonus, and Snakevine Mesh has 8 ability armor, whereas it is flipped when it comes to Thorn Greenweave, has 12 power upgrade bonus and 12 power upgrade bonus for Venom Shell as well. So you're prioritizing your damage through the passives more so than the actual upgrades that you put into these cards. That's where you're putting in the resistance. So at the end of the day, we're going to have our Brawler's Ward as always with 6 points. We're going to have our 2 Elder Mage amulets with 9 points, and then we're going to have our Thorn Greenweave, Venom Shell, and Whirling Wand all with 12 points each, totaling 60 points and 40 out of 40 right here for all of these cards. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed these decks. If you did enjoy this video, make sure, like I said, drop a like. Don't forget to hit that bell icon. It'll just help you guys. I just been noticing a lot less views lately in my videos, and that's probably just because I'm fucking washed. Okay? If you guys know what the hell that means, you can try and guess it in the comment section below. I'm not going to tell you what it means. I know what it means. But if you guys know what it means, then put it down in the comment section below, and that will let me know that you guys got to this point in the video. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget, have a wonderful day. Peace.